Welcome back to another edition of Gary's Record Collection, and it's Christmas season, so we're going to jump over to the Christmas section of our collection. And speaking of collections, that's what today's album is. It's a collection. It's a collection of Christmas songs. However, it's not just like by, any of these artists thrown together. These are actually all the artists from the A&M Records label. And check it out. This is called Something Festive from A&M Records, 1968. And it was, check this out, it was a limited edition for B.F. Goodrich. So what you could do, you go to, you could buy it for like $1.29. There's a coupon online that you can see from that era. But you go, you can buy your Christmas album. And it's great because it's got all the artists that were on the A&M Records at the time. Herb Alpert, here we go. It's Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, Julius Wechter and the Baja Marimba Band, Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66, Burt Bacharach, Liza Minnelli, Pete Jolly, Claudine Longet, and We Five. So we're going to take a listen to this real quick. This is cool, though. I mean, this is pretty common. You can find on eBay. These come up all the time. And why is that something you want to keep in mind? Because there's actually a song on here that's not on any other album. This is the only place that you can get it. And also, it was put out in other countries too. So this is called Merry Christmas from Herb Alpert and Friends. This was put out in Germany with a different front cover. But the back cover is basically the same as Something Festive. However, the track listings on this one, on the German one, are actually in order. The ones on the U.S. release are all over the place. So it's like you have to actually look at the record label on the actual record itself to see what the correct playing order is. So we're going to get to the first song. Because Herb Alpert was the biggest act on the label, he gets to lead it off with Winter Wonderland. Yeah, so this was on Herb Alpert's actual Christmas album that he put out in the mid-'60s at the height of his popularity. So it was like they had plenty to choose from, and it was really just, okay, we've got Herb, we've got some other artists, and let's go. And the artists that Herb Alpert introduced to the country via A&M Records, even though he already had a recording contract on Atlantic by himself, it was Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66. Now for this album, they cover the Christmas song, and this is the one that is not on any other album at all. It was not on any of the Brazil 66 albums, so the only place you're going to get it is here.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight.
Lonnie Hall, the lead singer of Sergio Mendes and Rizzo 66, turned out to be later in life. She went and married Herb Alpert in the early 70s. They're still together today. They're still out touring. Herb Alpert's like, I don't know, 88, 89 years old. And Lonnie's a little younger, but they're out. They're still putting on a half an hour or hour and a half show. So it's like, can't go on forever. So if you see them coming to your town, you should consider at least going to check it out, because they're great musicians. Another one on this Christmas album called Something Festive, that a song that was not released on an album other than this is from the Baja Marimba Band. And now on this, it's credited to Julius Wechter and the Baja Marimba Band, but really they were only really known as the Baja Marimba Band. This is God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. Another one of those that's for completists only. If you're collecting the Baja Marimba Band music, you got to get this, because that's the only place you're going to get this song. There were songs like that for like every artist seemed to have them. You had to go out and search out just these one-offs. Sometimes it was on the B-side of a 45. Sometimes it was on a compilation. That's just how it was back in the day. But Herb Alpert, he could do anything he wanted, because in the 60s, he was, the king, really, of the Billboard charts. I mean, we went over it in another episode about how he had so many albums on the top 200 Billboard album chart at the same time, and like 6 in the top 20 in May of 66. So everything he did, there's like a 5-year period where everything he touched turned to gold. So, and that's why on this album, on the Something Festive compilation, he gets 2 songs where everybody else was getting 1. Nice, Jingle Bell Rock. And I misspoke, actually. Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass had 2 songs on this album. So did the Baja Marimba Band. Everybody else was afforded only one song. But there it is. Something festive, something for Christmas. This is the Herb Alpert, the A&M Records compilation, where you could only, for a while, at one point, you could only get it with the BF Goodrich. It was a limited edition. So there you go. Something to add to your collection. It's relatively easy to get on eBay or on Discogs. It's pretty cheap, too. So if you're collecting Christmas albums, this is the one that should be in your collection. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. We will see you next time on Gary's Record Collection.